And now another edition of the King's Commentary.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another exciting edition of the King's Commentary. I am the Emperor of Entertainment, the Tyrant of Trivia, the Know-It-All Nobleman. I am the Sovereign of Smartass. I am the Kaiser of Keeping It Real. I am the Monarch of all of the Mizarchs out there. It is I, King Dangerously, your King of the Marks. And today, I bring you another exciting edition, like I have said, of the King's Commentary. I have one match I would like to talk about before I get into next week's match. First off, let's talk about last week's episode. I am talking about none other than 1/3 of the cronies. I am talking about the small package, Mr. A.A. Ron himself. He went one-on-one with one half of the worst looking everythings, Tripp Rogers, in what was by far the most terrible episode in the history of all of the Mark World Order. Both of you gentlemen, if I can use that term loosely, should be ashamed of yourselves. How dare you disrespect the king in his own game, and how dare you disrespect all of those beautiful queens that have graced the sport of professional wrestling for decades. The king should banish both of you. This was absolutely atrocious. Atrocious. It was the lowest scoring game in the history of the Mark World Order. Both of you boys should be ashamed of yourselves. Like I have said, you did none of those queens justice. You did not do the king justice. You did not do the Mark World Order justice. 6-4 was the final tally score, whatever you want to call it. The king is flustered because you have disgraced not only yourselves, but like I have said, you have disgraced the king. Therefore, I should banish both of you. But I did predict a winner. The king went on record yet again, and he predicted Tripp Rogers. We put our past aside for 1 week, and even though you disappointed the king, you still won. Therefore, A.A. Ron himself, the 1/3 of the cronies of the Mark World Order cronies, I have in my royal decree, I am hereby gonna take you to a place where Tripp Rogers' tag team partner, Jason Hastings, is. I'm talking about the sleeper Charles Porter himself, where he is. I am talking about none other than the King's banishment. So therefore, Mr. A.A. Ron himself, the small package, 1/3 of the cronies, you, sir, have been banished from the Kingdom of Dangerously. You have been banished from this season of the Mark World Order, King of the Marks, Season 2, Electric Boogaloo, or whatever that horrible host Brett likes to call it, The Mark Strikes Back. Now, as I put this horrible episode in the King's rear view, I am looking forward to next week. Next week, it will be 2 of my very own brothers. I'm talking about 1/3 of the legendary ring crew. I'm talking about the elder statesman of the ring crew. I'm talking about Rated R Salazar, as he goes one-on-one with another 1/3 of the legendary ring crew. I'm talking about his very own brother, Armbar Salazar. Now, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight in what will be probably the greatest episode in all of the Mark World Order, with the exception of the King's victories last season. Undefeated, got the crown, got the championship, but forget about the King for 1 second. Brother versus brother. Doesn't matter who wins, because at the very end of the day, one of those Brothers of Destruction will be in the finals for this championship. Well, not this one. This crown, this scepter, one of those Brothers of Destruction will be in the finals. And I hear he's taking on one of either Fresno Kid Josh or Tripp Rogers. Both of you boys are huge disappointments to the king, and it doesn't matter who you go up against because it's going to be one of those Brothers of Destruction. 1/3 of the Ring Crew, 1/3 of the Dynasty, 1/3 of the Kingdom of Dangerously. Here, as you can see, I'm in my parlor. After that match, brother versus brother, I will be here, sitting right there. I will be having a talk with both of those gentlemen, both of my brothers, and it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. I will not banish them because it's brother versus brother. It's one of the Ring Crew. How could I banish one of my very own? The king is very flustered about that himself. I don't want to think about that. Either way, we are one. We are a Ring Crew. We are here in the kingdom, and we will not put up with any of the cronies. The cronies are gone. We do have 2 other cronies left. I'm talking about 1/2 of the worst looking everythings. I'm talking about Tripp Rogers. I'm talking about Fresno Kid Josh. You boys do not stand a chance against one of my very own brothers, regardless of who it is, because the Kingdom of Dangerously, the Ring Crew, the kingdom right here, we will take that spot in the finals, and we will be yet again King of the Marks. Season 1, it was King Dangerously. And Season 2, I can guarantee you it will be one of those Salazar brothers, one of those Brothers of Destruction, and I'm looking forward to that. It will be serendipitous. I cannot wait. But until then, the king bids you farewell. He bids you adieu. And I want to say one more thing to my very own brothers. Good luck. I know you won't need it, but to whoever the winner is, congratulations in advance. We will be here in the King's Parlor celebrating win, lose, or draw because we are one. It will be a victory for all of us. So, I will see you on another episode here in the Kingdom of Dangerously for another edition of the King's Commentary. Who knows where I might show up next? It'll be maybe here on my palatial estate. It might be somewhere else, but the king will deliver another episode coming very shortly. So stay tuned. It's great to have the Ring Crew almost